Tony in Rochester, New York. Tony, how are you?
Good, Basil. How you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Yes, sir. On Gopher Protocol, GOPH.
I've never actually heard of it, and it's spelled GOPH, huh? Very good.
Yeah.
So do you have a position in this? It's trading at $4.27, up 73 cents, up 20% just today.
Well, I got out today, and I was just wondering your thoughts, if you could just look at it quickly and tell me a pullback on this or anything that you might see on this here.
Can you just tell me, what do they do?
They make patches and chips for tracking.
Oh.
So now they're getting
right.
into pets. They're getting into car tracking. They're supposed to hook up with Apple.
Have they got into teenagers yet?
Well,
for poor old parents, my wife didn't sleep for 4 years when my son was in high school.
They have mentioned that in their presses.
Oh, really? I was just joking. Huh.
No, they're a full tracking company. They're actually an old company. 10 years old or so. But I was just wondering. I know the chart is, it just went diabolical in the last month, not even a couple weeks.
Oh my! This is a stock that was just barely trading anything back in 2011, and then it had this incredible, must have been the story stock of the year back in 2000 and what can I even see this? Back in 2011, in 1 month, in September, it goes from, well, it's hard to say, from 100,000. Wait, something's wrong.
It split twice. So
I was going to say it must have split 1,000 times. All right, twice. Anyway, it goes from whatever it was.
Right.
Huge move. Okay, so the real stock action is really basically from mid 2017. So from about July. That's action I can understand. So
okay.
You got out today. Fabulous move. This is a leg F in the Chapman wave in the daily chart. The weekly chart is only in a leg C. I'm going to do this again. I don't want to make any mistakes because, leg C. Okay. So I would have advised you, if you had asked me what to do, I would have said take quite a chunk off right here because it's had a fantastic move.
Yeah.
But the move is not quite done. But whether it just goes sideways and it doesn't make much more of a new high is the issue. So that you've taken everything off.
Yeah, I got out.
Okay, so you're out. Now this is the way I would be looking at it. The weekly chart is saying to me, not only is this a story stock, but it's a story stock with validity because every time it's come back and held very close to the 9-period moving average. It hasn't broken down like that Eiffel Tower, like the uppercase A. They go straight up and straight down. And I'm told in the den that there's a revenue stream, 4.6 million. I like that very much. It's a leg C in the monthly chart. I think this is a viable chart. Therefore, I think it's a viable company, at least for now.
Right.
So the only thing I would have said to you is I would have tried to keep some core position if you got in much lower down, because there's a chance that this, because it's a story stock, could in fact pull back a little bit, hold the 350s, and then suddenly zoom up to another new high because the way it's had consistently green candles, not just, if it's a biotech, what you get is you get the spike. It's almost as if every 3 months a biotech company is giving their employees options, so they need to get the options, and you see a big spike, and then there's nothing there. So it comes all the way back, and then you see like a U-shaped pattern. This is a rising pattern. I like that. So I'm going to make two suggestions. One is, on a short-term basis, I have to go to the 120-minute chart, and that 120-minute chart right now is so let's do that again. So it's A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, it's holding really well. It's still up 81 cents. It was, in fact, up to this morning, the high was, the high was
467.
467. Huh. That's incredible. Now it's trading at 437, 30 cents lower, which sounds, oh my goodness, the 30-cent pullback. No, it's still up 23%. So here's what I'm going to say to you.
Okay.
If you're able to take some of your profits and say within the category of the profit, I'm going to use some money management. I want to put some money into this, and I think it might be at a higher price, but the real buy that I want is at a lower price. We've got a break coming up. Let me give you some numbers. I'll try to work them out in the break, and I'll tell you this is the plan that I would have. Since you have a profit, it's nice to be able to do that. So I'll
listen to you on the radio, okay?
Okay.